Dante, Sarina Golán, Deyol, Gonséé, Chiricahua Apache, Dagot'ee, Shik'íís, Gozhóó, Dabíh, Nawíí. Hagonte. Good morning, everybody. My name is Sarina, and I introduced myself in the San Carlos Apache language, where I'm taking classes with the amazing Ahi'ye, and who is teaching and has been teaching this class for the last 5 years. And so I just returned to learn my language. As I state, it's so important to speak the language if you have the opportunity to learn it. And he is just an amazing person, and the things that he does in his community and the reservation in San Carlos. And the fact that he just takes this time out to teach for free the San Carlos Apache language is amazing. And so I've been in and out of the room for about 3 years. However, it was difficult to stay. I felt challenged, and with everything that was going on in my life, with work and just myself, my trials and tribulations, walking the red road, my own taking care of my own addiction. I've since returned back, and Bill Triglahi, just an amazing person, has welcomed everyone who comes in and out of the rooms back with open arms. So I love returning. I have class today. So the reason for my video today is I talked about how I wanted to go live. And with consideration of others and myself in time management, as I'm a full-time student, going to get my BSSW, which is my Bachelor in Science and Social Work, and among other the things that I'm doing as far as the circle. Um, I wanted to do this video because I want to honor what I've stated in sending out the daily meditation from my Red Road book, the daily dose of the Red Road. So we'll start with today, day one. But before we do that, we always want to open up a circle in a good way, and so I want to take this time and this opportunity to smudge. As I heard in one of my brother's live feed, and I love being able to participate and go to others and learn more. There must be an offering. It is the way. If we do not do that, then it is stealing. And I love that he said that because it struck a heart chord in me. And one must give, and set those intentions in a good way. When we pray, or we sit in a place of harmony and balance with Mother Earth, we use those tools to help us along, and it connects us. So I want to take this time to offer this smudge, and I want to say thank you, Creator, for the space that you've given and the teachings that our fellow relatives who may be doing this work come to share. We come to do this in a good way, to share the messages, to honor the teachings and the ancestors. We come to remember those teachings that have been passed down from the elders, our ancestors, our teachers, our peers. We come here to remember the 7 generations behind us and the 7 generations to come, Creator. We want to say thank you to you for the winged relatives that are in our life and that teach us how to be free-spirited and how to soar high. We want to say thank you to those 4-legged relatives who teach us how to live life in a good way and how to take care of self when the seasons change, who give us sustenance and nourishment when we need it. I want to say thank you to the creepy crawlers, the slitherers, the swimmers, who keep us close and connected to Mother Earth. I want to say thank you to those 2-legged who teach us love, compassion, understanding, but also reflection of self. I want to say thank you to all the relatives out there who may be watching this video and who may be going through a difficult time. Creator, I ask that you touch each and every one of them, that you place in their heart a peace of mind, peace of heart, continued guidance from those who are here doing your work, Creator. I want to say thank you to all my teachers, mentors, spiritual advisors, peers, elders, young ones that come into my life that teach me something every day, Creator. I want to say thank you, Unchi Maka, for giving us life, for breathing life within us with the trees and the water and the air. Those grandfathers that we use for ceremony, I want to say thank you to them. As I'm preparing for Lodge this coming weekend and next weekend, and put myself in a good place to do your work, Creator. To be that conduit, that facilitator, to open this up to those people who may need the healing. And then we call upon you, Creator, to do the work, the ancestors. I want to say thank you, Creator, for all that you and Mother Earth give for us to be here. I want to thank you. I want to thank all those fathers that are out there who are providing and taking care of their responsibilities as a partner in a good way. To those mothers who are life givers, having babies, taking care of babies, taking care of your fur babies, whatever it is, to those mothers doing the nurturing and taking care of one another. I only wish to be of service, Creator, to do your work, to share the message and teachings with those who wish to listen, to continue to walk in the sacred manner while following those 12 Lakota virtues, the 7 grandfather teachings, to have humility, number one. I thank you, Creator, for the platform to use this and those inventors who may have come up with these ideas so that we can reach the massive brothers and sisters across the world. I thank you for all those relatives that I hold very dear to my heart, who I'm in close circles with, to my students and my mentors in the Indigenous Writing Circle, and all of the relatives that have been watching. I thank you for allowing them, for sending that message to them, that energy, that frequency, that vibration, so they can come and get the healing. Because this is what it's about, Creator. Thank you for that. I just say thank you, Creator, for allowing me to be me today, for the challenges and obstacles that I've gone through, and for the resilience and strength and courage to get through them, following those sacred teachings, universal laws and principles, Creator. Thank you for that. And thank you for being a big, big part of my life, Creator. You have truly changed my life for the better. Nahu upila tankai chichi. Pilamae. Otoe washte mutakuyapi. Sarina tateo tuwache machiapi. Nicolia nagi chaze wamaka naka ichante huya. Chante washte nape chuyuzapisto. That was a good one, and I don't want to take a lot of time. And I wanted to say thank you. And as I opened, I spoke in the San Carlos Apache language, and as I ended that prayer, I spoke in the Lakota language. I do speak more Lakota than I do Apache, and I'm trying to balance that out and um, to learn both the languages as I follow the Lakota teachings. But I am Chiricahua Apache, and so I think it's so important that I learn my language to be able to talk with the ancestors, but also keep that language alive. As my teacher tells us all the time, the language is dying. The elders are passing and crossing over, journeying to the other side, and there's not a lot of people that know the language, and so I made it an imperative for me to learn that. Imperative, I mean, it has to get done. I have to challenge myself, as difficult as those letters are, saying it. But once I stop thinking about things and let things just happen naturally, it seems to stick. So as I opened up and I told you who I am and where I'm from. That was easy to do. And the class, is challenging as it is, I just love it being a part of it. So many relatives learning the Apache language and taking it to their community and teaching others. It's beautiful. The same with Lakota. My message here for you is, if you're looking to find a language, if you're learning a language or practicing a particular way, look for those elders that will help you or direct you to find those language revitalization classes. There's so many that are happening online that are free. Some you may have to be in the community to learn them. Again, it doesn't hurt to reach out to people and talk and find those resources that you need if this is something that you wish to do or practice. I'm always getting the approval and talking to the elders, making sure that it's okay to do these things, and that's how we do things in a good way. And so again, the reason for a video post today as opposed to a live feed is because I want to honor my commitment in keeping those daily meditations, the 31-day journal, with you. However, because I'm a full-time student and lots of things going on, and I have a couple of sessions with students today for repeat classes and just catching up on schoolwork, I'm not able to commit to a time or a live feed. So it's better for me to do these videos and just post them. So I hope that's okay with you and you still get what you need out of it. We still discuss the daily dose of the Red Road, which we'll go into now because I don't want this to be a very long video like my very first one. But if you haven't seen the first video, it is about self-reflection and gratitude, and it's so important that we build that foundation of having that. Who are we thankful for? What are we thankful for? The reflection of self and where we were, where we come from, the things that have happened in our life, all the good, all the bad, and then bringing us here today, where we're at. Whether we're following the Red Road journey, where we're just joining the road, whether we just clicked on this video and it happened to be relative to what I'm going through or what you're going through today. I find that divine timing is always a big part of my life. And I'll speak on my grandmother's behalf because she always tells me nothing is random. And as time passes and things happen, I'm seeing that she's absolutely right. And I'm sure her elders told her that. With today's reading, we'll go into the Daily Dose of the Red Road. And just to give you a little background of the book, if you did not see the book launch tour where I was featured this week, please watch it. It's got some very good information, my background story of the things that I've experienced and went through. Your brothers and sister, Wayne Snellgrove, the Standing Bear, Anthony J. Rodriguez, Walking Crow, my sister and publicist Chanda Mitchell, who helps me to get through this, who taught me how to do all this stuff. And I'm just amazed that it happened so fast with me moving from transitioning from IHS January 1st to 4 months later being an author. So um, creator is beautiful in that way, and the ancestors and those who are guiding and leading me, showing me the way, those people that are just beautiful, all of those ones in the Indigenous Writers Circle are all authors. I highly recommend them. I respect them. Their books are beautiful. They all have their own flair to what their books are about. And you can find us all on Amazon. Again, that's Standing Bear, Wayne Snellgrove, Anthony Rodriguez, Walking Crow, Shonda Mitchell. You can find us all and myself on Amazon. And if you're not particular with buying things from Amazon, considering the things that are happening in our current administration, reach out to one of us. I'll tag them in this post so you can find them. Again, our Live at 5 book launch tours are every Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you can find this week that we will be featuring Walking Crow, Anthony Rodriguez. So don't miss out on that. Okay, so back to the Daily Dose of the Red Road. I had to plug them. All right, so day one. So the preface says journal book and daily meditations is spiritual truth for recovery from addiction, domestic violence, grief, and trauma, while hope is instilled. Based on the 7 sacred teachings, you will get insight on how to live a harmonious, balanced life within the universe. And I wrote that because that's the premise, so to speak, of the book in itself, how we can move through the healing journey if we're struggling with domestic violence, the unresolved feelings and emotions, suicide, ideation, suicide in your family, or thoughts of suicide, or even um, contemplating it. I lost my daughter 11 years ago by suicide. She was 24, so this also has a lot of her in it when I write these meditations. Suffering through trauma, intergenerational trauma, as Indigenous people and others, relatives on the medicine wheel, because we're all related. We all have stories, background, history of first contact, colonialism, colonization. So we've all been affected in our own way, and I don't take away anything from anybody when it comes to that. So, the repair and the healing that one must do and how we do it collectively is what I'm trying to do here, and sharing the message of my healing journey and the things that I've done for my healing journey. So, day one, by surrendering our will to our higher power, our Creator, God of our understanding, you'll find a new zest for life and be willing to live it. I started with day one. With that meditation, because we first must ground ourselves. We first must find that place of surrendering our will. And what I mean by that is will in physical terms, will in the spiritual terms, just surrendering, period. Had I had I not gone through everything I went through to get me here and understand the importance of surrendering, completely giving my power, my will to my creator, my supreme being, my higher power, someone who's loving and someone who won't use it against me, as many have in the past and in those relationships that I had. But surrendering my will for me is to completely come to a place of understanding and compassion and love, and saying, Creator, I trust whatever you put in my path, whatever blessings and challenges, they are for a reason, Creator. And let me find the lesson in them, good and bad. Because when we come to a place in that and we truly surrender, we're not resisting, things flow a lot smoother, as opposed to when we just, nah, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that. And you probably know what I'm talking about. And we can say, yes, you know what, I trusted my God, I trusted my higher power. Things start to come a little bit more easier. And that's just in my personal perspective, because I've resisted for 38 years being in my active addiction, being in that light, being in that low vibration, being in that place of darkness. And when I started to live and walk this way in a good way, when I started to learn the teachings and have the elders and the mentors and the peers come forward to say, let us share with you, or even me being resourceful and researching, because I love to learn. I got to stimulate the brain. I got to know what's happening. I got to have that peace of mind to my peace of heart connected. And some may say that that's probably um, the woman I am and the life that I live, because I still have those feelings, emotions, skepticism. But I can honestly say today that I don't mistrust the Creator. I've seen way too many blessings for people and for me in my life that are walking in a good way to say otherwise. So, with that elders meditation, that's another thing that I do. I apologize. With the daily dose of the Red Road meditation, what it is for is your perception and how you see, how you surrender day one. In order for us to start the healing journey, or for us to move into a direction of healing, uh, we must surrender. We must surrender. And that means our spirit, our spirituality to a higher power, or a supreme being, or a God of your understanding, whatever that may be, so that we can start and they can pave the way for us to start healing. What I've learned in my life today is the more that I do that, the easier it becomes. I don't question always trying to find a logical reasoning in things. I just go with it. I'm better aware of the people, places, and things I put myself in because I'm in control of that. And we'll talk more as we move through the meditation because I'm in control of the things that happen to me and the things that I say to others. Um, because sometimes, and I've learned in my past, that you can't come back from those things, like with the loss of my daughter. What I said and what I did to her while she was here in this incarnate, while she was here in this life, I can't take back. And God, I wish I could, because I was in my own addiction. But I know she's very much with me. I know she very much hears me. And I see her from time to time. I smell her. She loved lilies. And I could smell her. Or just in the laugh that I do and that head back and I see her. Or my grandson or my other daughters or my son who is also struggling. So please pray for my son. We're trying to work on getting him home. Um, and that keeps me um, while I can't control those things or situations with my children who are still here with me. I pray that the Creator will find a way to bring them home, to get some help. um, Whatever challenges my daughters may be going through, I pray. And in that retrospect, I've surrendered my will because I can only control me, my surroundings, the things I do, the commitments I make. Being a woman of integrity where I was not for a very long time has changed my life for the better. To be able to say, yes, I can do it, and then go do it, or say, no, I can't do it. And still be friends, or still have relations, or still have that understanding that I'm able to say no. In the last 4 years, I learned that I was saying yes all the time and I became overloaded at work. And it was because I felt I needed to be in everything because I wanted to be a part. I wanted to learn. I wanted to grow. But I only did damage to myself and to the people I served because then I wasn't able to truly commit. While I was there sometimes, I wasn't there all the time like I should have been. And so those people that are watching this video, I am sorry. I take accountability for not having integrity and being there for you. But I'm on a new agenda. I'm on a new road. I'm on a new healing journey. Because that all had to be a part of me today. That all had to be a part of where I'm at today. Being an independent contractor, selecting and choosing those opportunities that come. Well, I want to do every one of them, but I know in my heart I'm delegating from 6 in the morning to 2 in the evening, afternoon, for school studies and book time and jump on a meeting here and there while I'm doing it. It's time for me. Make sure that I'm getting my schoolwork done. 2 o'clock and after, I may have some teaching circles. I may have my students repeat classes. I may have one-on-ones. I may be doing other circles, and it's just being there. But also having from 3 calendars that I used to have down to one. And again, picking and choosing those opportunities. Being mindful to show up. I had an amazing event yesterday that I did. It was a women's circle. And thank you, Cindy, for the invitation. Out of the blue, she just reached out to me. I haven't seen her in quite some time since we did the No Dapple protest parade here in Chicago downtown in 2016. And she reached out to me, and I talked to her here and there afterwards, of course, but asked if I would be willing to come and be the woman lead circle yesterday. So I bring um, plenty of medicine, bring some books, bring some songs, which I taught them a song called Ani Kuni that the grandmother circle taught me many moons ago, and that we still sing in our circle every Friday. So even being a part of that and committing and making sure I show up there with the grandmothers is amazing. The other grandmothers that we are doing the strawberry fast on, being there for Sister Jess in the grandmother circles on the third Thursday, being there for Tony Schmiegel for his circle, and so continuing to learn showing up and taking care of self and feeding spirit too, because I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. But I'm on a continued journey to learn a better way of life, learn how to live on the red road, learn how to give back. Um, it's important to me. And like I said in the book launch interview, for so many years I took from so many people. And I'm sorry for that. Sorry for hurting my children the way I did. Today I don't live like that though. Today I don't have to think about what it is I did because I know what I did. Today I want to think about how I can help others, how I can give back, and in the process help myself. In my teachings of the well variety, and thank you, Dan Coyes, Christy Evans, Andrea Alexander, I mentioned you guys before. There's so many others, the late Marge Anderson, that took me under their wing and taught me. And the relatives that came under and after them, allowing me to be a part of their circle. Thank you. So it's those three main focus points that we learn in the well variety teachings. Who am I? Where am I? Where am I going? Those are my daily questions, besides practicing the seven sacred grandfather teaching, the Lakota 12 virtues. When we do this every day, it no longer becomes something we need to do. It becomes instant, automatic. It's a part of our life. And that's what this journey has taught me. From the time the sun comes up to the time the sun goes down, to put myself in ceremony and surrender my will. And I leave that with you with the final thought. And that's mine because my brothers have their own closing. Um, when it comes to the days and the challenges one may have, um, have grace, be kind with yourself. We don't know everything. We're learning. We're like babies, especially when we first come to the red road, or if we've been on this road and we haven't had the tools to help us guide us along, and so we're kind of white knuckling it, but we're still here on the red road and we haven't picked up, we haven't used, we haven't drank, we're healing some kind of way, we're going to ceremony. This is what this is for. This circle, the book, all my relatives' books, all my brothers and sisters who are doing the work in their communities, their circles, their ceremonies. Um, this is what it's about. All of us healing together in unity and that vibration raising and that ascension of all of us coming together. I see a bigger picture besides just my red road and what's ahead for me. What I see is unity, collective, like minded, beautiful spiritual teachers, leaders, students that are teaching others. And when we can come to that conclusion of understanding and surrendering our will, then we start the process of healing. Those teachers will come out. Those students will come and say, hey, let's do this, or I got something, or learn from one another. Because when the student is ready, the teacher will come. So again, the Elder's Meditation on the Daily Dose. I keep saying Elder's Meditation because I love it. And it's a part of my tools that I use in a daily. So thank you to all those relatives who wrote it. Thank you to White Bison for providing that other tool for us to get through and the Elder's Meditation. But the Daily Dose of the Red Road is the same. Um, it's little words, small but mighty, like myself, I said. Um, but to the point. And there's a spot for you in each day to reflect on what that may mean to you. You can do it during the day. So there's your journal spot. There's a meditation for the daily dose of the red road. And then watch the video to help guide you along and give you some kind of insight as to what you'll write down. Do it in the morning, do it in the afternoon. But find a time for yourself to give to yourself. You deserve that. Peace of mind, peace of heart again. To reflect on the video that I will be leaving again daily. So I'm hoping to get it done before when I take my little lunch break or breakfast break from school work to get it out to you. And I don't want them to be too long, so I'm coming up to the 30-minute mark. My intentions are to be here to commit to you all, to share what the process was of the daily dose of the Red Road, how I apply it to my life every day. The reflection part, I have my very own journal that I use to reflect my thoughts and my, you know, things that I may be going through, trials and challenges, and then also, um, what will be some of what I use as far as material and teachings for the next books. But this teaching today is about surrendering our will, and in order for us to do that, we have to surrender. We have to sit in silence. And I'll leave you with this teaching from Dan Koyas and Wellbriety teachings. In order for one to grow, one must struggle to do so. Conflict precedes clarity. And I taught this to the class yesterday. And what that meaning for me is, and what I understand that meaning to be, is in order for one to grow or change, challenges and struggles must happen. And I use the visual analogy of when a butterfly is from a caterpillar to the cocoon and must struggle to get out and change, and that transformation and that beautiful butterfly that just spreads its wings, when it's released, it takes off and starts a brand new journey as a butterfly. The transformation in itself, I bet the process hurts for that little butterfly, because the change and the how secluded and tight she is within that cocoon, and her wings are just squashed, and but she's still in there. And when she breaks free, and she heads out to be a butterfly. So she surrendered her will because she knew in order for her to become that beautiful butterfly, she had to struggle to do so. And conflict precedes clarity. Conflict precedes clarity, which means there must be something negative that happens in order for us to have the enlightenment and awareness to move through, to take on those changes and challenges, for understanding of the situation, people, place, thing, to grow physically and spiritually. So thank you for letting me leave my final thought. I hope you get something out of it. Thank you for sitting with me for 32 minutes for the teachings of the Daily Dose of the Red Road, Day 1, Surrendering Our Will. And with that, I would like to say a quick prayer, as we like to close out with a prayer all the time. Thank you, Creator, for allowing us to come together as we part and go our separate ways to the four directions. We take these teachings today that we've learned, these questions that may have been answered, these questions that may have arisen, and we sit in silence and we learn to navigate ourselves through on the red road. We take the challenges and obstacles and we see them as lessons, Creator. We thank you for those. And while growing spiritually and physically, we know that we are on the path of healing and forgiveness and love and compassion and understanding. And following those sacred virtues, those sacred grandfather teachings in our life every day, Creator. Being truly authentic to ourselves, having truth and honesty, and most importantly, humility. I thank you for the platform, for the people watching, Creator. Thank you for bringing them here to watch this video. Leave an impression of love and understanding in times of difficulties. And I hope that they keep coming back. Thank you, Creator, for allowing me to be of service today. Ashóó, Ahi'ye, Shik'íís, Dabíh. Pilamai, Otawoyi washte, Metakoye, Oyasmi. Have a great day, relatives. Mama P, Ahi'ye, Doltsąą. Have a great day. Many blessings.